everybody, welcome back to the Single Man's Commission podcast. You're here with me, your favorite one out of the two, Rick Garcia. This is Samuel. It does not matter. This is... he said it as well. He knows it does not matter. This is Apple.
Apple,
Yeah.
Our dear
Our
colleague.
dear friend. And here we have
A new friend.
a new friend. This is the treasure chest, whatever the fuck. Anyway, basically the point of this thing is there is a question here, and we're going to ask that question in the end of the podcast. So you guys could respond to it in the comments.
Guess how much I voted?
I don't give.
Or you will say Jew.
I don't give.
Why do you offend me, Jew?
Because you are a Jew. But I mean, he acts like one. If you ever seen the Jewish character, I don't know what his, I don't remember his name, Mort. I think his name is Mort. In Family Guy, he acts exactly like him.
No.
Okay, give people free stuff.
This?
Exactly, that's the point. Now,
Okay. So we were talking these days. Sorry again for not being too much active.
yeah.
Our anniversary, the podcast anniversary.
Yes,
'Cause-
an important distinction.
And this week people were telling me you're engaged or something with your friend.
What?
You said anniversary?
No one asked me that question.
No. Yeah. They-
People ask you that question.
yeah.
I mean, you do have real zesty energy. You act like gay motherfucker.
Why
Alright.
people are saying that to me a lot?
No, he gay, and he don't even know it.
We respect the gays still. And we were talking.
Yeah.
We weren't too much active. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But still.
A lot of things have happened that have sort of kind of
Postponed?
interrupted or postponed the production of new episodes, but don't worry, we are back and we are focused.
And we are fine.
Yes. Now,
We were talking.
looking
these
at
days.
the society today, we've been talking about how kids these days are fucking menaces for no goddamn reason. And it prompted us to make a podcast, another one, about how kids that they behave, because we notice a lot of violent behaviors in kids today, like to a point like
A
it's
little or too much?
too much, of
Too
course.
much.
To the point now it's unprecedented, the level of absurd violence of words or even physical violence that we see these kids dish out.
If you watch Albanian news, we're talking in Albanian,
Yeah.
on the, how do you call the Black Chronic? The Chronic.
Basically
murders,
the crime chronic.
The
yeah.
Crime Chronic. A lot of cases, the last years, this year, with violence, especially on the age between 10 and 17.
And so,
17. We're taking this kind of age difference, and we're
age group.
age group, and we're just analyzing. It's the age between you starting being a teen, and the age that you're becoming an adult.
Yeah,
It's the
from,
last year.
from preteen to almost adult.
Yeah.
A lot of these problems, one comes from the ignorance of the society today. Okay, like there's plenty of people that see it as a, I'd say point of pride to be violent and to use excessive language.
Or cool.
Now, okay, listen, I'm not the guy to talk about when it comes to cussing. Okay, I cuss a lot and you guys know that. But I'm 21 years old, okay? I'm an adult. I heard kids like 10 years old saying shit that I wouldn't even say. I heard a kid, finger that lesbian bitch till her pussy is open. What the fuck? I'm sorry, what? How does a 10-year-old little kid knows this kind of language?
Do you remember?
Parents, what the fuck are you doing? Where is your parenting?
Do you remember when we were little kids
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that you were afraid of, you listened words like cursing word like in Albanian like
Motherfucker, I was afraid
tira, but
Yeah,
still.
motherfucker, I was afraid to cuss when my parents weren't there, because what if they listened to me somehow?
We were
I might
afraid.
get my ass whooped. And I did get my ass whooped if I cussed in front of my parents. To this day, I do not cuss in front of my mom or my sister. And even in front of my dad, I rarely cuss. Even in front of my dad. Not in front of my mother, not at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
With my mom as well, it's a little bit weird, uncomfortable, and non-ethical.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
Because it's your mom.
Yeah.
But you hear kids nowadays
I've
fucking
heard.
cussing everyone out, even their parents. Like, I'm sorry, if you're a parent and your kid cusses you out, you have absolute permission to get the belt on that motherfucker. That little motherfucker ain't gonna get brain, not brain.
Okay.
That motherfucker shouldn't get away with it.
Okay. Even the Bible has a verse. If we look,
Yeah.
I think it's in the Old Testament.
Thou shalt whoop his kid's ass if those kids acts raunchy.
Yeah. Don't spare your. In Albania we. The stick,
Don't spare the
stick-
whoop to the
The
child.
whoop. Yeah, the whoop.
The whip.
The whip. The whip to the child. To the child if he does something wrong.
Yeah, basically beat his ass.
Yeah, but don't
Overdo it.
don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, he will just we have the ambulance near here.
Yeah, he might end up in the hospital. He might become a fucking retard. Not that he already isn't. Because look at you, great for you. Your kid is cussing you and you are doing nothing, and you find it cute. But no, motherfucker, it's disturbing.
You told me the case of those two kids mentioning names of
Yeah,
cigarettes.
different cigarette brands. I was horrified. Those motherfuckers were the size of my leg. Okay, I know I'm a pretty tall guy, but I'm not like Shaq Diesel fucking tall. Okay, I'm not 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot tall. So my leg would be around like 3.5, 4 feet, even less than that. And these kids were talking about cigarette brands. I'm sorry.
And then-
What type of money do you leave your kids with, and how unsupervised do you leave your kids with? Because these kids cannot be older than 8 years old, and they're talking about cigarette brands. What the fuck?
It's not a surprise in a sense, because if kids have this kind of vocabulary,
Yeah.
like cursing, like I'm cursing because it's cool. I'm cursing because
I mean, cursing is
I feel good. No, but cursing like not if we're comparing the
Yeah.
generations, it's disturbing because I was afraid back at the time, me or the other kids with
Yeah,
some
like-
teachers.
Okay,
specifically.
the reason why we as humans curse, to get a bit into psychology, is so we can express our inner turmoil in a non-destructive way, let's say. Okay, we
Yeah.
curse at the wind.
Yeah.
These kids don't really have inner turmoil because they're kids.
Yeah.
They don't really understand the things that happen to them. Okay, even if it's something real traumatic, it's mostly in their subconscious. Okay, and they are not thinking about it at the moment. They're not. So they don't really have an inner turmoil. It's later in life when they get hit with some sort of consciousness, when they feel inner turmoil and they basically start cussing. Because I understand if a fucking 16 or 17-year-old cusses, because I've cussed at this age, and someone has like 8 years old.
Do you know there's a why kids cry when they are like from 0 to 3 years old? Or when they
Why?
Because they're stupid.
Okay,
Beside me.
that's
I-
on me. I should have not expected something smart to come out his fucking
and,
mouth.
and the other thing is that beside me, because when I was little kid I cried because I know I come in a fucked up world.
Yeah, you came out enlightened like Buddha. Shut your fucking mouth. Stop jerking your own self off. Come on. Stop sucking your own dick.
Okay. Again, I remember back at the time. I'm only mentioning me because it was like we were afraid to say the word porn. The word porn.
Yeah.
We were very afraid. Besides the fact that I had some friends back at the middle school that were like fans, like very big
I was
fans.
one of those friends.
Yeah, but fans like, do you remember we had cases like we had some teachers like in the old days and they weren't listening, they didn't have a good list kind of ear.
Yeah, yeah.
And they couldn't
They
hear
were
beside the
partially
second
deaf.
row. They
Yeah,
couldn't-
partially deaf. Yeah.
partially, yeah, something like that. And I had 2 or 3 friends that had like phone at the time, remember, with buttons. Yeah,
Yeah.
phones were with buttons.
Yes, kids.
Yes, kids, we are old.
Okay, stop that. You're making me sad.
And I remember that you could download videos from porn sites.
Yeah.
If you want to sponsor us, please sponsor us. We accept that.
No, we don't. We are trying to give a better message.
Yeah, but money is still money. So.
Fucking Jew.
And they were just like downloading videos from one side,
Yeah.
and they were just raising the voice and like you could listen.
Oh no.
And one teacher was like, "Do the pipes are doing a noise?" And we're just like, we were
Motherfucker, how long has it been ever since you had some chicks to the point that you confuse motherfuckers fucking with pipes? What the fuck
just
happened?
moaning. They were just like moaning and screaming. They were just like.
more likely screaming to
I
consider.
had a teacher that he accidentally he let it on the pocket and he put it accidentally.
Yeah.
I didn't know how, and she was a very good teacher, the math teacher, and she would just like during, how do you call the white thing that on the blackboard?
The chalk.
The chalk, yeah. And she would just like if she would ask you on your table,
Yeah.
and how is what is the result of that?
Yeah.
What is that?
If you didn't know, she
And we got good reflexes back at the time because we knew that we did it wrong immediately.
Motherfucker, get in those Uchiha eyes.
Uchiha eyes and Rinnegan.
Motherfuckers are
I
not
need-
trying instinct that dodging.
I need a limbo like Madara.
Dodging the chalk. Okay.
And dodging the truck, and I remember that she got screaming like, "What is this nonsense? This degeneracy!" And she was screaming like, and she almost ripped the note,
Okay, the teacher's note.
the teacher's note, notebook or the grading book. And when she followed the noise, and that guy didn't came at the school for like 2 weeks,
Oh my god.
and I think his dad did some work behind the scenes.
I mean, at that point, you deserve it, my guy.
I've seen some.
Don't be stupid enough to open porn in the middle of class in large volume, because come on.
Yeah, and I see some. Also, my brother and I remember myself in middle school or in high school, kids that would come with like 20 euros on their pockets. Yes. And how do you spend?
Motherfucker, I ain't even got 20 euros today. What the fuck was going on?
Really?
No, motherfucker, I'm broke.
And that kids have 20 euros today and good phones. Do you remember? I struggled. I changed 4 Samsungs back at the time. Like
Motherfucker, I had-
worst till I worked and I got 2 good Samsung. kind of-
Motherfucker, back in the day, I had a fucking Nokia that my dumbass never used for self-defense. But I had like the
Nokia with the
310.
snake.
Yes.
That like some people on the. If you want to do something or to kick yourself or the wall, Nokia was fine.
Motherfucker, Nokia would be fine and the wall wouldn't be, because the wall wouldn't be there.
I've seen people try it for self-defense.
Yeah.
What
It-
happened?
I don't know, man.
And I remember that my brother, he has an iPhone, and almost all the kids has iPhones today,
Pretentious
the last-
cunts.
like the last versions.
Yeah.
And like, okay, all of iPhones we suffered with Samsungs.
Yes. We are not suffering. Motherfucker, we got Samsung today. We're not suffering. Samsung, hey, come on. Love you.
Love your
Give us some
sponsor.
money. Give us your money!
And you're telling me Jew.
Hey, you're Jewish, I'm broke. There's a difference.
Bad combination. Bad combination.
Yes, because he's constantly trying to rip me off my money, but I'm broke so he can't rip me off. And I'm trying to rip him off his money. The problem is he's Jewish and I can't rip him off.
Never ending cycle.
Yes.
And giving nowadays giving no. We give kids today iPhones. We give them like 10 to 20 euros.
Yes.
We give them teachers that they don't even have authority anymore. We give them parents that are always busy with their problems,
Yes.
are busy with TikTok, so
They don't discipline their children.
messed up situation, and they come to this guy, for example, or my colleague at my BJJ class for kids, and they're telling me discipline this kid.
Yeah.
Like that kid wastes like 3 minutes opening a bottle of water.
How? Is that kid a vegetable?
Not vegetable, but they can't open the bottle, and they tell me, can you open the bottle? Okay. And they just like waste like 2 minutes just drinking water. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, you gotta be rough around.
I want to be rough, but I have only 3 hours a week to discipline them, and they have their kids for like
Yeah, the rest of the week.
rest of the week. I can't do shit in 3 days.
Oh.
I need them on a like a Russian camp,
Yeah.
and still
Now, motherfucker, if you're a parent, don't. If you're a parent and you're at the point that you need someone else to discipline the child because you can't do it, then give up your parenthood. You better send that child to an orphanage. He'd probably be raised better there.
like a Balkan kind of
Yes.
discipline.
Because at that point, like, you're their parent, okay? You can have friendly conversations with your kids, but you can't be friends with your kid. Because look at the shit that happens. They don't respect you, okay? And you don't have authority over them, just like you don't have authority over your friends. But while your friends are old enough to understand that they need to respect you, your kids do not have that understanding. So you need to discipline them.
It's interesting. I saw the Bill. Do you know Bill Maher?
Yeah.
I think it's him. If I'm mistaken, sorry, I put the face here. He said that we need the traditional dad
Yes.
back.
Right.
Like, give up the bullshit that my kid is my hero. Okay, this is the last episode, and we really need to think about going to sleep. This kind of
Oh,
dads.
yeah, yeah.
We need to remember the dads that just like, hey, it's time to go to bed. And I couldn't say no.
Of course.
Could you say no? No!
No! Motherfucker!
Yes! I'm going to bed! Ah!
Motherfucker, even if I even thought about saying no, I would get my ass whooped. Sometimes I wouldn't even think about saying no and I'll still get my ass whooped!
You get your ass whooped even if you fall asleep on the living room. And just like, you just push me, hey, go
Get
to
your
sleep.
ass up.
Just like,
Okay, welcome back. Sorry, because we had some issues, mainly physical ones, because I've had like I have a stiff shoulder. Anyway, we were at
Bill Maher,
yeah.
he was just like, do it this last episode, watch it, and we really need to think about going to bed.
Nah, motherfucker, it's because I
It's
said
bad.
so.
It's
Okay,
bad.
I said so because I'm the parent. And don't get me started on the motherfuckers that say, my kid is my hero. Motherfucker, he did some scribblings. That does not make him a hero. Unless your kid survived something like cancer, then okay, yes, I can believe, I can find it acceptable that you say that your kid is your hero. Okay, I understand that. But when your kid just fucking shits, he's your hero because he pooped? Oh no! He did something every normal fucking human does. Congratulations!
Or
Fucking
or
idiots.
I would understand if the kid solved the world hunger, for
Yeah.
example. Yeah, okay.
Of course, if your kid is like this hyper genius, fine. I mean, we understand those extreme cases. But most of your kids still eating their
it's
stuff,
interesting.
motherfucker.
It's interesting. The genius kind of guys, which we mentioned, like Einstein, Newton, Tesla,
Yeah,
or even going to the writers, the big writers,
yeah, Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky, for example, or the other kind of like Camus, or we can go and on.
Kafka,
Kafka, it's too much. It's extreme case, but still, please, if you're light-hearted kind of person or with a poor, like
Poor heart condition.
poor heart condition, don't read the Kafka diary, please. His personal diary, because this guy's really going to cry.
Me?
Yeah,
Me?
yeah,
No.
yeah. But still, they weren't understood by their parents. Tesla's dad, for example, said, "Oh, my kid is stupid."
I mean,
And the end of the day,
if you got your work stolen by fucking Edison, Thomas Edison, then you guys are retarded.
yeah, but still, I defend the guy because
Of course.
he's my friend. So
Yeah, you think yourself as a tortured genius. Of course.
okay, and they weren't understood by their parents, but still, it's better not to be understood by your parents, like, and not going like the other way. Like, we really need to think about going to sleep.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, no.
Okay, you can listen to what your kid needs, of course. But when you know that something is better, first you might try to explain that, okay, sometimes. Especially when your kid starts becoming like a late teenagers, you can't just go because I said so. Of course, you're going to have to explain shit. But when your kid is like 5 years old and it's time to sleep, and he says, "Oh, but no, but no, why?" Because I said so. Because I'm the adult and I know what's best. Of course, as I said, as your kid grows up, you have to kind of listen to them and also give them feedback and reason with them. But as they grow up, not at the very young ages, and get the damn phones out your children's hands. For fuck's sake, do not let the internet raise your children. Cause motherfucker,
Look what happened!
we are content creators, okay? We are YouTubers. We are here to make money. And this is our creative space. We do not necessarily make videos for children, okay?
Or
Even the ones they do, okay? Even if there is other content creators that make contents for children. Okay, it's a fact. The problem is that the content in video is not properly understood by the child normally. So you're going to have to discipline them, because if they grow up in a world where the only information that they get is from videos on TikTok, on Instagram, or in YouTube, or in streaming channels, because you got fucking idiots like Neon or Dorothy or whoever the fuck that make videos for like 12-year-olds that are completely fucking stupid and harmful. Your kids are going to grow up to be problematic and menaces to society. So please, for the love of fucking God, do your fucking job as parent. I understand that life is hard. I understand that you sometimes might get overwhelmed, but your kids are a priority, not your happiness. When you're a parent, your kids' well-being and education takes priority over your happiness. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, but the thing is that we fall into the trap that the internet did. Like, content creators have like a way of going, like, for example, 10 years, like the internet became very popular, or even more. And the problem is, till Instagram, maybe it was under control, but going from 2018, where did the TikTok became public from China? It was 2018, something like that.
Okay.
From that moment, the
Listen.
problem is that if you see the attention span, this is important. The attention span, for example, the first videos or when the shorts came, the limit is 1 minute to do shorts, reels, everything. But in TikTok, the attention span has gone like 1 second.
Yeah.
You can't go below 1 second.
Because they're chasing dopamine.
You're chasing dopamine and
I
it's
don't-
becoming very dangerous. It's very,
becoming
very
very
concerning.
dangerous. Now, there's a lot of people that say that internet is a new phenomenon and we don't really know how to handle it. You can just close the phone or close the Wi-Fi. My problem is here. If we, a bunch of 20-year-olds, okay, that have no more than 5 or 6 years with a level of consciousness in this world, can figure out that internet is bad for kids, shocking revelation. You, as parents, which I'm assuming that most of you are either in your late 20s or in your 30s, need to be more careful with what you present to your children. Okay? And you, as parents, should have the logic, sorry about that, should have the logic and understanding to know that internet, with the variety of content that provides, does not necessarily mean that the content that your kid is watching is for children.
And the thing is that now that if you give kids access to YouTube, to every kind of platform, danger is there.
Yes.
But without controlling, that's the reason that some people have the programmers or the companies has made some apps or like or programs that if you download them, they can limit the time that the kid is spending on like in YouTube, in Instagram, in everything. Still, my personal opinion, don't let the kids just like surf on Instagram and TikTok. It's very dangerous because the content, the algorithm, it's scary. Besides China, that they are making like educational kind of content,
Yeah.
and we love China, we should agree that it's working there
Yeah.
for their state. But for the other countries, it's going bad. That's why, like, for example, the Republicans have on their platform that they will reduce TikTok or make some kind of
Changes to the app.
changes or just like some agreements that they will reduce the kind of the content, or they will go into the algorithm. I know USA has that kind of power too.
Yes, I know that, but here's the problem. We cannot give governments the power to interfere
Of course.
with platforms, okay? Because that can go south very quickly, okay? We don't want a 1984 scenario here. What we need to understand is to go down to the individual level. If parents, please, for the love of God, if you are worried about what your kid is watching on the internet, do not give them smartphones, okay? Or phones
PlayStations
with
or-
internet in them. Give them small phones that they can use to communicate with you in emergency cases, absolutely. Give them a limited time and have private apps installed on your phone or on your kid's phone that for the limited time that they are using the internet at your home, they are able to only watch things that are actually for kids and not things that are for adults. Because here's one thing: there is this content creator, this streamer, Jake Dorothy, I think is
Yeah.
his name. Now this guy streams, and his main audience is underage boys, like something in the age range that you said, from 10 to 17.
Yeah.
And he promotes OnlyFans models.
Another big problem. Sorry.
But we're not touching it.
Yeah, we not
today
touch
that
on the
much.
fans because it's a subject that we touched a little bit before,
Yeah, we've
and
touched
people
before.
are very fed up or
Yeah.
very too much consumed.
Yes.
Still, it's a
I'm not
problem.
touching on why
Phenomenon.
OnlyFans is bad. But we do know one thing, and no one can debate me on this. Porn is horrible for children. And I'm saying this as a child, as a grown-up. Then when he was a child, he was introduced to porn, and it gave him a lot of problems.
I myself, I don't want to be a saint.
Yeah.
I am, but I don't want to be a saint, but to be honest, and today porn disgusts me.
Good
Yes.
for you, my friend.
It disgusts because it's people think that it's real sex, like, and they have this kind of illusion.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, those two people that are doing the act or doing the video, even the people behind the scenes are getting paid
Yes.
for this. Or there are people that do it kind of sneaky way. Respect to those guys because they are very intelligent, but still it's not a good thing.
Okay, here's the problem.
And
it
it's-
fucks up with the kid's psyche.
It,
Okay,
it fucks up.
reduces gray matter, gives them a whole bunch of insecurities and world views about sex. So, these motherfuckers promote OnlyFans to the children because the children have now access through the phones to their parents' bank accounts, and they pay for OnlyFans, and they're hooked on porn.
Horrible.
What the fuck? Please, for the love of God, parents, be careful with what your children consume.
And another problem, it becomes addictive. It's a good movie, I recommend you to watch it. Do you know the guy that, the Gordon-Levitt, that Joseph Gordon-Levitt that was in Dark Knight Rises? He played the Robin there.
Oh, the motherfucker that looks like Heath Ledger.
Yeah, a little bit. And he had a role in a movie. He was the main character, Don John. Also Scarlett Johansson is there. And these guys, I know.
Okay.
Also Julian Moore is there. And the movie talks about, no spoiler alert, don't worry, about a guy that is addicted to porn. At that kind of grade that he enjoys it more than actual relationships and real interaction. And it's become at the point that he watches it like in the classrooms, in work, in everywhere.
Yeah.
And it becomes addictive, and it's creating problems for him everywhere, like in confidence, in his way of understanding things, on his daily life. You should watch the movie because it's not too long,
Yeah.
and it tells you how or what happens if you give access in an early age. If you watch the movie you would understand it better. Also, another problem, I see it, would you accept it? You're a parent and you're giving your kid to me in my BJJ class. And I've seen kids that I just say to them, not in a bad kind of way. I just tell them, wait, let me explain it. You're doing it wrong. And they just go cry to their mom or dad. But they cry. So there's like,
Of course.
and it happened last days. I just talked to the kid. He was very shy. I knew when I saw his eyes that he didn't come here on his own free will, or like he was forced to come. He was not anymore like 6 years old. I give him 6, but even younger. And I just told him, go sit with your friends there, because all the kids line up. Go sit with them. and I swear to you, he cried like 2 minutes on a loud voice, and all the kids got distracted, and the class almost got screwed up. And the authority goes down, and I saw the receptionist girl, and she was just telling me, don't shout.
Yeah.
And I just go to tell to the parent, please don't force him to come here when he's in that age, because if he feels uncomfortable, he's going to look for you. He will not see you here because he's not used to it, and it becomes a problem. I can't become a babysitter. That's the problem. They just want 1 hour freedom from their kids, and they go to a BJJ class or in an art class, in piano lessons, basically everything just to get rid of them for 1 hour. I'm not becoming the judge. It's right or it's wrong, because it has benefits. The kid goes to a new environment. He learns how to interact without their parents around.
Yes.
But the bad thing is that if you're too much in your kid's head, like watching his every movement, he becomes dependent, and he can become independent very easy.
Yes.
That's one reason they go to martial arts,
Yeah.
because the kid goes in a new kind of world.
Yeah.
Like, you need to think for yourself, you need to be respectful to your
Years.
peers,
Elders.
to your elder, also respectful to your friends.
Yeah.
Listen to them if they are older than you. That's what we teach, and that's a reason it's interesting. Sometimes that changes the kids or the teens
Yes.
better than family. I've seen kids very shy, and after 2 years of training with my teacher before, I
because
saw they change.
Martial
Believe me, they
arts are
change.
to some extent like military training.
Of
When
course.
you get punished for doing dumb shit, for doing bad things, you get punished in there.
Or get punished for not doing anything.
Or for not doing anything, so you cannot be lazy, you cannot be inactive, but you also can't be a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
Let's say it like that. You can't act spoiled. You're going to get your ass whooped. You're going to get back up. You're going to try that again. So it also requires this.
Also, you don't have as much experience because you were not a kid when you came for a class. But I think that something changed in you, in the sense that your parents are not around, your other family members are not around, it's you. Especially that in your case it was striking. It's a little bit more hard.
It's a bit more harmful.
Physically? Yeah, physically it's a little bit harmful. In the
They're both
jiu-jitsu,
challenging,
Yeah.
but like at the very least, if you have a problem with confrontation,
Yeah.
striking is going to help you a lot more than jiu-jitsu, in my humble opinion. The reason being, then jiu-jitsu is not as violent as boxing. Okay, so you don't have quick hits
Yeah.
that are coming towards your face. It's something that it's a bit calmer.
They call it the gentle art, but if you spend too much years, it's not gentle anymore. Just like you're dealing with breaking, with choking.
Of
Still,
course.
it's not the.
Yeah, but
It's not the same.
It's not as violent as boxing. Like I doubt that there is as many deaths because of a jiu-jitsu match than
Jiu-jitsu competitions are very, very careful.
yes,
Are very,
than
very
a boxing match.
The most extreme cases that you pass out and you
Yeah.
don't know. That's the thing, and they are more careful in that sense. If we talk statistics, sorry.
Statistically, yeah.
Brain, not brain, sorry. In boxing matches, people have died.
Yes.
In jiu-jitsu, I don't know any case. The most extreme cases may be paralyzing, but the most extreme cases that are like 1 in a million, but
Yeah.
not even in competitions.
So of course, with things like boxing or kickboxing or striking, you're going to face your fear, because it's an even more primal fear of being hit by something than being strangled by something.
I've seen the kids in my class. Some kids
again, this is not a fact, okay?
Yeah.
We are just going off at what we think as people that have had experiences with this.
Yeah.
We are not professional psychologists, or at the very least, I'm not a professional fighter. So do not take the things that we say as fact. Are we clear?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
But we agreed we are never wrong. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the jiu-jitsu case, you need to be very, even as a teenager, even as a kid, even as an adult, you need to be very, the sport requires to be analytical.
Yeah.
To be analytical, because for every move you have the way that you should go, some ways you should go, how you're going to do it, or what you risk by doing it. So it's like doing kind of gambling in a way, and learning to take a risk, and being humble, a big problem. For example, you can't resist in a jiu-jitsu class as a professor. There's like some smart asses that tell you, "Oh, professor, but I saw a guy in YouTube doing this."
Yeah.
My dad, for example,
Hates
doesn't like that, or the other professor doesn't like that.
Oh,
Yeah, but we
the
won't
gorilla
go.
professor.
Yeah, we won't go. But still, if you know better than me, I would be in your position, you in mine.
Yeah.
So you need to learn to calm
Shut
your
the fuck
kids.
down,
Yeah, that's the thing. And I've seen the kids even doing better in school in grading.
Yeah.
I've seen
Because
that.
it clears their mind and it requires this.
Also, just a little bit, we talked about bullies
Yeah.
on the school podcast. Go watch it. And the bully problem in Albania, it's as in any other country.
Yeah.
But here in Albania, I see that the bullies don't get punished.
Yeah.
And the only way for punishing them is doing that yourself.
Yeah.
On most cases. If you don't have a good professor that knows the shit and knows how to shut the fuck up, it's a problem. And yeah, and I've seen that when they handled the bullies and the bullies later became their friends. Some kids told me,
Yeah.
some kids' parents, not the kids themselves, and they get confidence. Now it happens every time with every kid. Of course no. Most kids quit because the parents are not happy of the progress. They want for them to win the medal for like 2 months. Don't worry. I deal with it,
Okay.
not you.
But let's wrap this up.
Yeah, we wrap this up. So
Sorry, I think I might have interrupted your train of thought.
no problem. Still, educate your kids. Make them read more books,
Yes.
just like my parents did,
Yeah.
because they were afraid I was spending too much time on PlayStation. Or still, I still spend time, and with books I become a nerd, so risky. But besides joking, read more books. Respect your peers at school, because maybe they know something better than you do.
Yes.
Go and do a martial art class, go do an art class with your kid, spend time with your kid, don't let the phones on the dinner table or everywhere, and just like become more like authority figure when it requires, and don't let your kids become like us.
Yes. Now,
Okay.
for the last part of the video, we
No,
said
no,
where is
But don't do it, please, don't do it.
No, we are going to read a comment. As I said the other times, we are going to read questions from here. Please leave your questions in the comment. We will pick the best one. Now, if you don't leave any questions, we will just make them up ourselves. But you have a question to ask. Okay.
Don't be
now
shy.
we have a statement from the stupid Dick Will 6969 saying, "I would rather work a 9-to-5 job than watch a podcast like this." Okay, so I have a counter question to you. Who the fuck asked? More next time here on the Single Man's Combination podcast. Like, share, subscribe, leave a question in the comments because it helps us with the algorithm. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.